Welcome back, everybody. Red Friday today. We got us, Rob didn't come in today, so if you're watching this, Rob, that's okay. We'll see you on Monday. So today we're going to the patio job. JT and I are going to finish up the fire pit. Good morning, David.
Morning.
These guys are going to driveway right up the street here. They got a couple driveway slabs to tear out. Should be an easy job. What do you say, Dave? You remember that one?
I think it's by a golf course.
There's a golf course in High Ridge?
I think so.
So we're waiting for JT to get here. We're gonna have to get this old green truck out of here. And Dave, you guys might as well take this breaker and put it back in the trailer. And then you might want to tidy that trailer up and get all your stamping stuff out of there.
Yeah, and I probably need just a few more pieces of steel.
Yeah, load up some steel. Make sure you got some expansion joint. And then you guys should be ready to rock there. I'm hoping that you guys can just handle it, the three of you. If not, just call me and I'll come up there. But if you guys can't handle that, then we're gonna have to reevaluate things. So we'll see what J-Dub's up to. I think he just pulled the truck around. JT will be here in a second. So we're gonna get some stuff organized here. J-Dub.
What up?
Morning.
Happy Red Friday, y'all.
Yep, Red Friday. So today you guys are going to do your driveway sections. It's pretty small.
Okay.
I don't know if Dave already told you about it.
He kind of was saying something about
Yeah,
it.
so Rob called in today. So
All right, that's awesome.
yeah, I know. I was planning on him being there with you guys today, but it's pretty small. It's literally 300 square feet. So, I mean, you guys should be able to knock that out. All right, so J-Dub's been driving around running over nails. Pull up just a little bit. That's good. Sucker was flat when he got to the job yesterday, so we're gonna go ahead and just stick a plug in this guy for now. And then, I'll tell you what, I've been having some problems with tires lately. This one up here, this sucker ain't even got any tread left on it. So we need to go ahead and get those suckers replaced. All right, we're gonna get this thing fixed up here real quick and get going. What in the heck is that?
It's not a nail.
No.
That's a bolt.
Yeah, it is. Well, these are some little bitty plugs, but I have bigger ones in my truck. We'll see if this works. Go ahead and put a little glue on there. She's plugged up, J-Dub.
Nice.
That'll get us through the day at least.
Yes. Awesome. Thank you.
All right, everybody's ready to go. Yeah, oh, this back one's loose too, David. Tighten that guy up. That's not the tightest either. What's the matter with you? Morning, JT.
Good morning.
You know, did you see we put a video out yesterday?
No.
You didn't get the notification?
Maybe I did, but I was running around with the kids and I was stressed out about all that and everything, you know.
Out of everybody that watches Rick Thomas Concrete videos, even though JT already acted it out once, our biggest fan right here.
Biggest fan.
Yeah. All right, we're out of here. So you guys aren't going to probably get to see Ricky today. J-Dub, this is all you're going to get on this video today, probably.
That's all right.
Yeah, I might see you later, though. I might swing by.
It's just enough.
Yeah.
Just enough, J-Dub.
Yep.
Good, good.
Somebody commented on, you seen me put a video out yesterday, right?
Yeah, I was trying to watch it, but
And somebody was like, what, no Jason? And I was like, yeah, he's the big, tall, bald guy with the big beard.
yeah, there probably wasn't a lot of me, but I'm
I
there.
seen the short,
I put a bunch of
lapse.
those. Oh yeah, yeah, on
The
Facebook.
one that one, yeah, I seen that.
Okay.
one.
Yeah, I did put that out. So,
I was liking on my YouTube and
All right, cool.
all right, we'll see you guys in a second. All right, we're gonna have to run in Lowe's real quick, and we got to grab us a couple fittings for this fire pit, and then I'm gonna see what they got for lights, and I'm gonna grab a little bit more wire for all the lighting on this thing. I got a couple lights in this bucket here, but it's not enough.
I wore my tall socks today too.
Oh, nice. You got them two-tones on.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what, we got some real good tan lines, don't we?
Tan leg up, I got them 3
Oh,
tones.
I know. When we were at the lake, it was funny because I think we won the tan line competition.
Right.
Oh, that's what we need right there. That's the sausage gun too?
Mm-hmm.
Dang. Yeah, we need to get that.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's almost hard to walk away from that.
Right.
We might have to fit that into this job.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What do you get? I don't think that thing's part of any deal. Of course it's not. Hopefully they got these things. These lights are always freaking sold out. And, ooh, cool. Man, 30 bucks. These things used to be so cheap. Get me a bucket. They used to be, I think, 19 bucks. Oh, what? They got a 4-pack? Hold on a second. Is this the same one? Dang, that's them. Oh, that's nice. They started making 4-packs. That's way cheaper too. Huh. So 4, 8, 12. Well, too bad they don't have any more of those. Every time I walk out with those lights, it does that. So yeah, yeah, they're $28 a piece.
And there's 60 for the 4-pack?
Yeah, so you get 2 for free. Yeah, that's why are they doing that?
I don't know.
Yeah. I forgot how to math.
Right. Well, I started math and I was like, wait a minute, that don't sound right.
Yeah. I was going off the old price.
Right.
All right, off to the job site. Alrighty, we're back here at this little patio. Try to get this fire pit and everything wrapped up today. It rained its butt off last night, so this is gonna probably be a nightmare for a few hours here in this mud. But you know, JT, I was afraid of this, and you know, I don't want our fire pit to be taller than our wall. So if we end up doing that, it's gonna almost make it taller than the wall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, doing 3 rows on the patio instead of just...
So this is what we got back here. And this thing really looks pretty sweet, I think. I think that this actually turned out looking pretty good like this. We normally do them a little different than this, but This is my fault. We ended up having to do this little custom cut and stuff. Normally these butt into the back of the wall, but I screwed up when I pulled this radius off here, but I think it still looks pretty cool. So now here's our thing, is that this fire pit is quite a monstrosity. We're using these regular blocks. So what we're going to end up having to do here is we're going to have to dig down, I think, and get this row, this second row here, to where it's sitting right on the concrete. We can leave that bottom row down in there, I guess, but we're gonna have to lower it. You know what I mean? So it's gonna be pretty fun. We're gonna have a lot of work in this fire pit. This is what I get for not planning ahead and thinking through. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and pull this burner out here. And this thing, I'll tell you what, this thing is, I need to start making these. This freaking thing is 900 bucks. And this should be inside of our circle here. So, let's see, that's about our center right there. So we're just a couple inches on the inside of that guy. I think this was 39 inches. So we're gonna get us a few measurements here. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna recess that first row of blocks down in here. And then we're gonna set our second and third row of blocks up on this concrete a little bit to make our opening a little bit bigger. So, not the most ideal situation, but that's what I get for not thinking it through all the way. Still gonna work out perfect and look beautiful, but I normally would have probably done it a little different. You know, we also didn't originally plan on doing a gas fire pit. We were gonna do a just a regular wood burning fire pit. So, and then we switched it over, and I already had the thing set up, so we ran the gas line. Not really, but I just didn't think it through. Are you kidding me? I wasn't videoing that whole time. This thing is so stupid, dude.
Rewind.
Yeah. All right, so I guess I didn't have the camera on, but we got our first row down. We actually got our first two rows down. So about 3/4 of this block is on our pad. The rest of it is on the blocks underneath there that we set first. So this burner here, the way it works, so you guys can see all these little holes in these stainless tubes. So the gas seeps out of there. And then what we do here is we take this bag of lava rock. So this is some black lava rock. We'll put that on top of that burner, and that just kind of gives us a little fill. And then these two boxes here, we got 120 pounds of black glass beads, rocks, whatever you want to call them. So once it's all filled in, that gas just kind of seeps into this area, and it looks like all that glass rock is on fire. So it'll be pretty awesome whenever it's done. I was just saying that we're gonna caulk all these grooves here. That's why we wanted to get that caulk gun this morning. But this is the main reason why. We had a rookie moment. I'm not gonna say any names, but it wasn't me, Dave, JT, Jason, or Ricky.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have to kind of cover that up, because I don't know if I can live with that. So unlivable. But everything looks pretty awesome so far. We're gonna keep cracking away at this thing. We'll get this next row on, and then when JT starts cutting caps, I'm gonna have to actually go get us a few more caps, because we've only got 4 left.
4 in that piece.
Yeah, 4 in that little piece there. So we'll and then I need to get a hold of these people and see if we can get inside today so we can get this gas line hooked up. Alrighty, so we've been doing some brainstorming here. We got everything looking real good. We got to go get a couple more fittings for you know, for this igniter. I didn't really think that through either. So I've just really been dropping the ball on this whole fire pit, JT.
Winging it.
Yeah, winging it. It happens, but you know what? Wait until it's all done and you guys see the finished product. It'll look good. Sometimes some of the coolest stuff that we do is because we fucked up and then had to redo something, and people are like, "What made you do that? That looks so cool." And we're like, "Oh, well, we planned it
special
that."
technique, yeah.
So, anyways, I'm gonna go running around and do a couple things. I'll be back in about 45 minutes, and JT's gonna get this guy. You know, it looks real ugly right now, but just wait. She's gonna look real
It's in
nice.
a cutting process.
Yeah, yeah. So we'll be back in a flash. All right, so this camera is being really stupid and it keeps shutting off on me. So I just went through this over here. We got this little deal. This is how you adjust the flame on the fire, you know, to make it go up and down. So I got this 12-inch pipe to go through this block. And then this little guy right here is just a little beauty ring that goes on the outside. So we're gonna put it like right here. And then this connects to the end, and then that other end connects to our valve. But the problem is that that's too short. So we're gonna have to modify this thing. You know, I was just saying, we haven't done a gas fire pit in a while. So like JT said, no problems around here, only solutions.
Right.
So yeah, that's the little valve right there. So this thing slides through the wall, and then you turn this. We're gonna have to have that sucker. Why is it
secure?
Why isn't that turning? Oh, there we go. There we go.
The first turn's always a little snug.
Yeah, she was a little sticky.
Yeah.
So all right, let's get to it. All right, everybody, so JT is headed back inside. We got our gas line in, and I just had to run back to Home Depot because I bought a 10-inch nipple here to make this this valve work, but it was too long for this guy. So this thing is going to slide in here, and this is how we turn our gas on and off. So I'm going to do some custom cuts on these blocks. I'm going to have to cut the back of them off, and then I'm gonna have to notch this out right here to fit this chrome piece in. And then once we get everything how we want it, we're gonna glue this sucker in place, and then we're gonna fasten this on the back side, you know, with some rebar drove down, and I'm gonna put some tie wire around that guy to keep her in place. So if you guys got a better solution for that, let me know. But until then, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull these out, cut these bad boys, and get this hooked up, and JT's gonna have gas coming out of this line here in about the next 10 minutes. So we'll get to it. So I'm just gonna split this about right here and go ahead and go to town on cutting this guy, and then this is gonna be inside the block sticking out the back, and that's gonna be for our connection there. So we'll go ahead and get this cut and get her fastened in there the best that we can. And this block actually has a hole in it from the factory, so I'm gonna move this over like that, put this one here, and then I'll go ahead and draw this guy on there. So we're gonna put this just like that. Alright, so that's my circle. And I'm gonna glue this thing in here real good. So once I get these in place, these will get glued down, and then this sucker is gonna get glued inside there. So we'll see how clean we can make this. Hopefully pretty clean. Bam. I got this sucker in there and it looks really nice. Definitely happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this stuff hooked up. I'll get these fittings tightened up, and then I got to get the compression fitting. Basically, I need to put a compression fitting there, and then I need a piece of pipe that's going to connect this to there, and then this guy here is going to go to the bottom of our burner. So JT's just about wrapped up inside there. I'm gonna go inside and check on him, see how things are going, and then we'll be back out here and we'll get this sucker all tidied up, and hopefully we have some fire coming out of this thing in a couple minutes. All right, so we got everything inside all hooked up and good to go. Everything's sealed up. The gas is on and our valve is off inside. So we got these compression fittings we're gonna have to splice onto our hose. We should have left a little bit more gas line hanging out, but it's all right. We're just going to stick this coupling on there and make a little junction here, and we'll be in pretty good shape. Holy ash.
Mm-hmm. That's when you know you're really thinking.
Yeah. And I'm getting ready to go and meet Dave and Jason. I don't know if I mentioned it, but Ricky sliced his thumb earlier and had to go get stitches. He only had to get 3 stitches in his thumb, but I told him to just take the rest of the day off. So he's at home. Dave and Jason got 4 yards coming at 1:30. It's like 12:55 right now, so I'm getting ready to, I really want to see this thing turn on before I leave, so hurry up, JT. Is that gonna work? Here, you got to put this on first. This is for the other end. Did you bring your Teflon tape up?
I should have.
Yeah. No, you didn't. I did.
Oh, yeah. Somebody did.
You know, it's funny, I did one of these years ago, and these people called me and they're like, yeah, Rick, our fire pit, the gas is leaking. We can smell it when we turn it on, and we think it's coming from underneath the pad. And I was like, man, I'll come check it out, but I don't think there's any way it could be leaking from underneath the pad.
Right.
And they were like, no, the Laclede came out and said that's where it's coming from. Huh. I said, oh, okay. So I walk over, and I had a barbecue pit lighter.
Yeah.
And the guy goes, what are you doing? And I said, what do you mean? I'm gonna check for a leak. And he goes, with the lighter? I said, dude, how do you light this fire pit?
Yeah.
You literally open the gas valve up and the gas seeps out, and then you light it with your lighter. And he's like, oh yeah, I guess you're right. So I take it down because I didn't hook it up. His handyman came out and hooked it up.
Yeah.
I took that lighter and I went down to the fitting right there, and it blew the flame out.
Really?
I said, well, Laclede couldn't tell you it was leaking right there? I said, that's where it's at. So we redid the fitting, and voila.
Right. Imagine that.
Yeah, holy moly.
I don't know if that's the air coming out. There it goes.
And we have fire. Crank it up. Oh yeah, that's beautiful. Beautiful. All right, go ahead and kill it. All right.
So just some air in the line.
Yeah. So here's this. I'm gonna go and help these guys pour. So why don't you just go turn that gas off for now?
I just want to double check now they got the air out of it. But yeah.
And then I guess you can focus on, maybe get that blower and come in here and blow all this stuff out, and then, you know, get this thing tidied up in there, get your thing, you know, get all that stuff kind of situated to where we're gonna, you know, however we're gonna do that. But I gotta go. So there's a go ahead and turn this on once you start working on those caps, and then if it starts raining, just move my stuff out of the rain. But I'll be back.
Okay.
All right, guys, I'm headed over to High Ridge. We're in Crestwood right now, so I'm gonna shoot down to Dave and Jason, help them pour this little section of driveway out, and then I'll come back here. So I'll see you guys there at their job here in just a minute. I just made it to this other job out here in High Ridge. I can hear concrete coming down the street now, so I just pulled up, and it looks like concrete is cabs here. Looky there. I guess we're gonna have to get him turned around. What up?
What up?
How'd that go so far?
So far, so good.
Well, I'm just gonna help you guys get this thing poured out, and then I'm gonna get back to that other job. That's all right, isn't it?
Yes, yes. Some help's better than no help, you know?
These are some pretty big slabs.
Well, it'd be 10.5 by 9.4.
We're not able to go off of that corner right there.
No, because it puts me here.
Well,
294s puts me here.
so you're gonna have
If I
to.
back up to that, then we'll be
You're
long.
gonna have to take a groove. You're gonna have to run your groove in where you want it, but I want a dog leg off of this over to that groove.
At an angle like that.
Yeah, just add that over there because that thing's gonna
Okay.
want to break right off
Okay,
there.
so intentionally make it do it. Dig it deep with the trowel, then transfer this deep with the trowel
Yes.
to make sure it does it.
Yeah, I try to get these grooves in here as deep as you guys can get them.
Okay.
How you doing, sir?
Sober. How about yourself?
Rick Thomas. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. That's Mother Teresa. I'm Dan.
Hi.
Good day. You guys did a wonderful job. Jesus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Did I got everything I told you to say?
Absolutely.
That stuff good? Another 5? They're saying 3 gallons. All right, we got this little guy poured out. J-Dub, beautiful work over there.
Thank you, buddy.
All right, so I'll just go over here and show you guys what's going on here real quick. So this is all it was right here. Just this little guy, about 4 yards down here. So everything looks good. The guys are gonna, Dave and Jason are gonna stay here, cut some grooves in it, get this thing finished up, and that'll be a wrap on this guy. So, all right, Jason. Later.
All right, see you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
And then we'll go tell Dave the same thing. David?
Yeah, look at this dog leg here, folks. This would never ever happen to us in the history of mankind if we did this.
Holy moly, I can't
No
believe-
crack. Oh, how's it happen, folks? Nope, that would never
That thing's
happen
got to
to
be
us.
about 15 inches thick
That
right
would
there.
never happen to
Yeah.
us.
All right. I'll see you guys when I get back to the other job. Alrighty, that thing's all wrapped up. Those guys are good to go. That stuff is good. Nice and cloudy out. It's only 84 degrees, so it's not horrible out today. But I am en route back to Crestwood now, so it's saying that I got a 21-minute drive. Alan is actually on his way meeting me there. So once JT gets out of there, me and Alan are probably going to stick around a little late tonight and try to get all these lights and stuff in. And I actually still need to go first thing tomorrow morning. I was going to do it tonight, but I'm not going to have time. So tomorrow morning we're going to have to run around, and we got to get lumber for the steps, for the stringers. We got to get the composite for the risers, the treads. We got to get handrails. I need some white composite for the sides because we're going to wrap it. I still got to go get a few more lights, and then I think that's about it. We're starting to wrap this thing up over here. So as soon as we get back, I'll see you guys again here in just a second. So I'm going to jump off here because, you know, it's illegal to use your phone in the car now in Missouri, but they didn't say anything about GoPros. So, I mean, I'm not sure how that works out, but we'll see what happens. But I'm gonna get off here before I hit the road, and I'll see you guys there in just a second. So made it back to this job. JT's got this sucker in there looking pretty good. We got our valve mounted So that thing's in there pretty tight?
Yeah.
Is it on still?
You can twist it.
You fire that thing up yet, Alan?
Yeah. Yeah, looks good.
It's pretty legit, isn't it? All right, we got Alan here. JT's got to leave, so
Everybody?
Alan put his Red Friday hat on, and he's gonna give me a hand.
I think on these we might want to go just a little heavier on our quarter, just because I think we're getting a little bit.
We're gonna go ahead and start putting some material in this guy, because, you know, with this being a custom deal here, I would have much rather have not had that cut edge on those blocks right there. So if I don't like the way that this thing looks, then I may have to get me a little trim piece, like a piece of metal, black metal, to fill that in right there. You know, normally these things have an insert that goes down in there and sits on top of these caps, and we normally build it to that insert, but on this case I dropped the ball on a lot of details, and this is where we're at. I'm also thinking that I could probably just do another bag of these.
Lava?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Woo, we got fire. Cool. So I did one of these things, and we hooked this, the dude was doing his own custom thing, and there was no regulator going to this, and we turned it on, dude, and it was shooting flames like 15 foot in the air, and the homeowner was like, I don't even want that.
Right, yeah.
And we were like, no, I was like, that's not right. I don't know what he's doing right now, but I mean, it was...
That wasn't my plan, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine I'm going to be pulling this the wrong way.
Choke on, fuel on, starter wire on.
Beautiful. All right, I just got back with this other bag of rock. He's only got a couple more caps to go, and this thing is going to be complete as far as cuts and blocks. And then it's going to be disassemble and glue and reassemble. So while him and Alan are working on that, I'm going to clear this wall off, get all these blocks out of the, or all these caps out of the way, and I'm going to start cutting my groove in the top of this thing. So I'm going to get to town on that. I just went through there and just kind of cut this stuff, cut me a little channel in there. I'm just going to go through and try to pop out what I can real quick with this chisel, and then I'm going to throw the V groover on there and Just clean it up just a little bit and we should be in business. Okay, all the caps are cut for this bad boy, and I must say it looks pretty awesome. You know, in the past, like I said earlier, we've done that insert in there that I really like. It looks really super clean with that insert, but there's not going to be an insert going in this one. Maybe next time we might buy a whole kit, but you know, this looks pretty badass right here if you ask me. So Alan, nice job on the saw there. JT's coming back to bring us a battery and he's got to get out of here. It's like 4:20 or 4:30 right now, so he's gonna take off. And then I got our channel cut in here, so all the way around I got this channel cut in this bad boy. More than enough room for our lights. So what Alan and I are gonna do right now is, and we drilled in here already, so we've got our hole, our access hole going in for that column. Now over here, what I'm gonna do is, our wire is sticking up right there, so I'm gonna drill through this guy, and then we're gonna have to fish that wire up through this column. And then once I get it up in there, I'm gonna have to snake it out this hole as well. And then, what did we use that time to fish that out of there? Remember I made
a piece of conduit with that notch in it.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
It's in the trailer.
Yeah, I need that.
Yeah.
Well, we'll manage. We'll come up with some other new kind of thing. I got that gas line over there.
Yeah.
So I'll use that.
Cut a little sliver in that.
Yeah. So, all right,
It'll
Jada.
strip the wires for you and everything.
JT,
Yeah.
J-Dub.
Whoever.
A lot of J's.
We got Wreck-It Rob.
Yeah, I know.
We thought Jason was, I mean, sure. Rob's at least hard on his own shit, you know.
Yeah. Well, all right. Nice work today, JT.
Yes, sur. Another good day.
Yep. I'll see you in the morning.
Yep.
All
We'll
right,
do it
man.
again tomorrow and build some steps.
Yeah. Yep. We'll get them steps built. And, we're gonna go ahead and, I think right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull these caps off this fire pit, move all those blocks, glue them, and then I'm gonna just set the caps back on there. And then I'm really anxious to dump these rocks in there and get that thing all filled in and looking good. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then another thing we still got to do, we still have to antique and seal this border. Now antique and seal the border around there, same thing over there. So it's gonna tie everything in together pretty nice. I'm kind of gonna shoot for, I think I'm just gonna do like a light gray antique.
Yeah.
And then seal it, and it should blend in with that wall pretty nice.
Yeah.
All right, we dumped our glass rock in this bad boy, and it looks pretty good. That looks really good actually. So I'm gonna go ahead and fire this thing up one time. So basically we'll just turn this valve on right here and then stick our hand in here and burn a little hair off. Yep, we got a little hair that time. Smell the hair burning. So yeah, I'm really anxious to see it at nighttime, to see that flame in there. You guys probably can't even see it, but I mean that's a pretty good little flame coming out of there. I don't like how you can hear it.
That, and then you go get wire and get stuff ready to go.
Okay.
There ain't no point in me watching it.
So I'll say one thing about old Alan. Alan's a really good dude. You know, I'll have to get the video out from the race car shop. You guys seen us pour the floor, so you guys remember Alan from the floor over there. But I'll tell you what, the old race car shop sure is coming together. We got the AC in there. We got the glass garage doors up. We've got most of the walls done, but we were finishing up the electrical. So once the electrical, now that the electrical's all done, we're gonna be able to we're just gonna do plywood on everything. So our walls are gonna all be plywood. And hey, where'd you put that screwdriver at? Oh, here it is. So we got plywood going up on the walls, and then we're gonna paint it all white, get our benches in there. We've already got the cars in there, so we've been tinkering a little bit. So we'll definitely be getting some video footage over there of the race car shop, working on the cars, all that good stuff. So it's gonna be a good time. All right, our next step is we're getting our lights all set up. So where each one of these lights set on this column here, you see how our wires are gonna be holding our block up, our cap. So I've got some marks here, and what we'll have to do is I'll get my grinder, and I'm gonna just go through and cut me a little channel on the top of each one of these for my light. So yeah, we're just gonna cut us a little groove right in here. Simple as that. Maybe. JT's grinder never likes to work. Alright, so now you guys can see how nice and neat that is. Now everything sits nice and flush. So whenever we set our cap on there, it's gonna sit nice and level. And this one, and then whenever I put the caps on, I'll put a couple dabs of glue on each one of these guys too, and help it just keep it in place. Alrighty, we got all of our wires ground in and looking pretty good. So you guys can see how they're all flush now. Now our cap will sit right on top of that guy. We got all these ones right where we want them. Alan's just setting these last couple in here. So what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna throw our caps back on just because we want to see it. The lights aren't hooked up. I still got to fish wires up through there, so I might still mess with fishing those wires in real quick, and then try to get them popped out, these holes in these columns. But we're gonna go ahead and get this stuff wrapped up for today, clean up a little bit, and then we'll be back here first thing tomorrow morning to finish this guy up. All right, everybody, that's a wrap skadoodle. So really happy with the way this thing's turning out. I mean, look at that. That looks pretty awesome. So I don't know what happened over here. This is getting redone. This one block right here I got to redo. I'm not a fan of that very bottom one. It's got to be in line with those other ones. So but that's the only thing that I'm not happy with. I still have to do my wiring. I just wanted to get these caps on here to get a visual, but we got all the lights together. We got the tails cut off on them. We got the blocks ground out. So the only thing that I still have to do is fish my wire in the bottom of my column and get everything all hooked up. I told you guys before, I got this wire is coming up over here, and that's gonna be for our step lights. So really happy with the way this thing's turning out. I can't wait to clean everything, stain and seal this border, and it's gonna be pretty sharp. So that's what we're working with. No lights on the outside this time other than on the columns, but our little on and off valve over here is kind of out of sight and looks really good, nice and solid. So really happy with the way that turned out. All the gas lines inside and everything look really nice. Everything is beautiful. So all the guys did a killer job on this thing. Shout out to the crew. You guys are some real badass mother freakers for sure. You thought I was gonna say fuckers, didn't you? So anyways, Rapskadoodle, Alan, later. See you guys. That's a Rapskadoodle on this bad boy. Come in on a Sunday to knock it out. The guys killed it on this thing. JT, thanks for coming in today. Alan, thanks for your help. But everybody had a hand in this one, and this was a 1-week project here. So it was actually a real pain in the butt to tear out. Originally we were going to do some concrete steps with some form liners, but man, I just really think the composite steps just are a nice little, you know, a nice little detail. We got a bunch of concrete already, so really happy with the way this one turned out. On to the next one.